The environment and personal health are two main concerns of basically everyone. It affects everyone personally or as human beings as a whole. And much is being done about these two problems. Renewable energy projects are being done, environmental laws are being put into place, and many other projects are done to stop climate change and prevent the destruction of the environment. And because of obesity's rise, plenty of other health issues, many have changed their diets and have even changed their lifestyles. And many have started to exercise more and change their diet completely. They all do this to live longer and have better lives and stop diseases from affecting them. But there's one solution which can help with all these problems, and that is minimizing the amount of meat that we consume. Meat has been the staple of the human diet for thousands of years, and may be the reason why humans are so intelligent as a species. But as society develops, humans have been eating more and more meat since then, and human populations have only been increasing. At this point, it's almost 8 billion. I think it already is at this point. And to meet this demand, some meats have become more processed, which is worse for health. According to Mayo Clinic, which is a renowned American medical academic center, which this center found that by reducing, not stopping entirely, just limiting the consumption of meat, especially processed meat, decreases the likelihood of death from heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Meat also affects the environment through its protection, which needs a lot of land, and because they must clear biomes such as the Amazon rainforest to make room, which destroys native species and puts them in danger to even extinction. Also, livestock creates more CO2 compared to more vegan diets. And the waste pollutes waterways, putting aquatic life at risk, and even humans. According to both the CDC and North Dakota State University, diseases such as E. coli increase because of these pollutants in our water supplies as we drink, swim, and otherwise use water. But again, why is all this happening? As I said previously, the core problem is demand for meat. It's only gone higher as the years go on. According to allworlddata.com, the production of meat has tripled over the past 50 years, making the total production of meat to 350 million pounds per year since 2018. And that has only increased since then, as that was 4 years ago. And much is needed to keep up with this demand, as the population grows also along with it. Health has also decreased since then, as people do less physical activity, especially since many were locked in, but you could argue that it's actually the complete opposite. But there is still a spike in obesity since then. And also meat also helps with obesity. And this happens because meat proteins gets digested later than fats and carbohydrates, which will be found in other foods. And these also leads to blocked arteries, which leads to the more heart problems. This is all according to Science Daily, but this information has been clearly known since 2009, almost 13 years ago. This information has been known. You probably know what I'm going to suggest. It's pretty obvious, it's pretty clear, which is to minimize the amount of meat that we eat. Some may say that you can't live without meat, which just isn't even true, but this is not what I'm even arguing at all. I'm not saying we should eliminate completely, as I still eat meat and I still support many of these values, but to limit it, mostly through personal choice, your personal choice, and many others like you. Mayo Clinic also provides an idea that meat just skipping one day drastically helps improve your health. Just one day can do a lot for you and your family. But you may ask what else can be done. Well, one thing could be done is raising prices, but God knows we need that now. But Europe is considering this, and I believe Germany's already put this into effect. But this is happening in the near future. But the other is creating alternative meats, which many are being developed and many are already in the market, like Beyond Meats, which are pretty good and I've had some. But good ingredients can also do. With the right recipe, you can make a delicious meal. not a flavorless one, not a boring bland one, a good one actually. But still, the choice to limit your consumption of meat won't just help save your health, but also save the planet. So this is a major thing that many could do. Just limiting by a little bit. Just one day less can do a lot for you and everyone else. So remember that.